that now. Alright, so where do you want you now? I can't see. Position camera. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but yeah. Okay. Just a few more minutes. Hey, look at the light. That's pretty cool. Good. Trying to get this position for you guys so you can see the best effective. Right, that pretty much covers it right there. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, you can't see me. Oh well. I'll crank it up a bit here. Turn it up. There. All right. Hey guys, it's EmMe333 here. Sorry I was late getting going here today. I've been like crazy busy with a lot of stuff going on right now. So tonight I do want someone to actually phone in. Just the way I was working on the dream catchers that you guys were looking at yesterday, so I made a few to show you guys. Let's put this down here for now. So working like a busy beaver, you know, Christmas is coming and I gotta start making these dream catchers, you know, so. Good evening to whoever is here. I am actually wondering what's going on lately. I was really off today again. I don't understand why. I was having a good day and I was just kind of feeling a little bit off. But I was feeling better once I started getting, you know, doing my dream catchers and stuff. So I'm going to show you guys which ones are available or similar to the one here. I had the pink one, that one that you probably had seen before. And then I finished the one, see, like this one was made for that little girl, like I said. I do all this stuff. It's like my favorite thing to do. So it just gives me an extra outlet for my creativity to balance out. This is the other one that I finished making today. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay. That was the other one. It's in Jamaican colors, you know, so that one was done today. But this is one of the ones that I've been trying to like get myself to make for like the longest time. This would be considered a small one, but it's just absolutely cute. It's like so dainty and so feminine looking. It turned out really well. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Crazy busy. Got like 4 more on the go. You know, it never ends here. So that's just a idea of how nice I actually do my work. I spend a lot of time doing them to make them look perfect. And because of that, I won't stop until I know that it's just right. And I can rip them all apart and do them all over again until it's right. So, you know, so that's what that one turned out to look like. I've got a bunch of other ones that I'm going to do a little upload video. This is where I also do my spirituality, is making these for people. I usually try to get to know the person, like their personality and stuff, and then usually I create one based on their energy. You know, but we've got a little butterfly here. So that's the way I do things. I do not leave them like very plain at all. Like that's all crystal beads right there, mixed with a few other plain ones. But yeah, no, I go through a lot of situations to make them. I actually love making them. So yeah, so this one is considered a little small. This one's like a medium large. They do get larger than this and extra large. This one would be considered a custom order, seeing as it has a unicorn at the bottom, which I've done before. I've also made a turtle one, where the turtle was down here, and that one was really, really hard to do because I couldn't get the turtle right. But when I gave it to this native lady, that she had her goddaughter bought it for her, and she was absolutely shocked, all the pieces when she came here to pick it up. She's suffering from cancer, so it was kind of an honor to be able to meet her. So that's what I've been doing for the last few days, pretty much all day, trying to get just settled down now for the evening and to be able to enjoy some time with my viewers. So I'm working on a medicine one as we speak. It's a medicine wheel. I've done one before, but I really enjoy my jobs. I don't think that I would ever stop doing them. So I don't have access to Super Chat, but I'm going to go to I'm going to go to my channel so I can actually see the chat. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to change music as well. Alright, so there we go. I'm live now. So I don't have any moderators. I don't feel that I ever really need them. But yeah, so I always like to, kind of cleanse the energy around it all. But I should give you the number, if you want to have like a quick reading over the show here. Oh no, I've got my stereo still connected. I don't know which one it works. I think this is the one that shows up the right way. I think so. Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna try to mute this one over here. Okay, so you can phone me on this number and I can pull cards using the Rider-Waite. I have new cards on their way. I would say probably within a week or so I should be having these new cards. They're different than what the ones you see. I always like to be a little bit different than the next Tom, Dick, or Harry. So that's the number you can reach me at, and we can do a live reading tonight. I'm very, very happy that all my other readings have worked out for the benefit of the person I read for. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to give the messages that I do give. So we're just gonna have a chill moment. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to put the questions in chat, or you can call the number and we can actually do a live energy reading with the cards. So I am ready for whatever you guys are ready for. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right. So yesterday, after I got off talking. We had like a 2-hour live stream last night, and it took up a lot of time. But it was very interesting to say that. It's great to have you guys around. I'm very appreciative that you guys come by and say hi. So you can just call that number. That's calling out number. So you have every right to phone that one. That's what I'm going to be using for my live calls on YouTube. We can pull it. I don't, like I keep having to remind people, I don't read cards like the traditional way. I am non-traditional. I don't read them as, with the arcanas and everything. I just intuitively pass a message that is correlating to the situation the person is in, or is trying to move from, or if there's anything good coming out. And we've had some pretty good ones. It was a lot of truth. And that's all I like. I don't deal with, handing a bag of dog shit to someone and calling it, a hamburger type thing. I just do what I do. Hey, Daisy, hi, you're back. So how are you doing? I love that nickname, Daisy the Unicorn. Oh, the draw for Friday, I will be doing it live for sure at 3:33. So I've got all your guys' names into a draw app, which is going to basically pick it right out of the hat type thing. Unless you guys want me to actually just do it out of a tin bowl or something, or just draw it out of a bowl. That's up to you guys. It's your guys' interaction time right now, so you just have to interact and let me know what best suits you guys. I'm here to be of service to you, so that's all I want to do. So I did a bit of negative energy cleansing with the ohms today. I've been not watching a lot of my spiritual music, but I have meditated 2 days ago, and that was a really draining one. I ended up falling asleep through it. woke up to find out it was 3 in the morning, and yeah, so I didn't get to come back and talk that night. I guess it wasn't meant to be. The information that we were kind of getting that night was a little bit strange, but it wasn't too bad. So where is everybody? Daisy, you should know where they all are hiding. Jess will probably show up like in the next, I would say half an hour. You'll see Jess or Blue Sky here. Who knows? But it's just kind of a chill hang tonight. My shoulders, my body is actually really sore today for some reason, like achy. Maybe I'm coming down with a cold. I hope not. I really don't need to get sick. But Daisy, I made two more dream catchers during the day today. I got two of them whacked out of the park. These are the ones here. There's a small one, a little tiny one that's really feminine looking. It's a really tiny one. Then I had that one what's his name, was asking for Bruins colors, wasn't he, or something on the chat last night about them? I can't remember. He was the Boston Bruins or something. He wanted one done. I'm not sure when he wanted it done for, or I think that was I think it was Vinny. Was it Vinny or Vic? I know it was one of the ones. Yeah, I do, and it's fun. I absolutely love it. I throw on my meditation, astral projection, whatever meditation I want to feel like listening to for the moment, and I just putter away. It took me less than 2 hours to make the small one. It took me about I would say a total of maybe three and a half hours to do the black and yellow and the green. It's a Jamaican colors, so I'm going to be doing hockey team colors. Because it is hockey season once again. So I'm going to be getting those up and ready for these little memorial ones that you can hang in your window. These little tiny guys, you can hang them on your wind visor or whatever. So they're going to be done in different colors, team colors. So I'll definitely get our Boston Bruin one together for Buddy, and he can let me know what he wants to do. If he wants a smaller one or a bigger one, it's totally up to him or her. They're custom made. That's what I do. Custom make everything I do. So I'm in the process of wanting to actually take this into making my other room in my place actually my office again. I didn't expect to actually be starting this journey this fast. I was wanting to get put into my little office area in the back. But I was going to actually sit here and, I don't know, work on the medicine one while you guys have a chat. And we can either chat or you can, ask a question. We can pull cards just for the hell of it. No in-depth readings tonight because it's something that I'm not up to tonight. But I'll have some fun with the cards and see if we get some really good messages. Yesterday, my day was awesome. I had a fabulous day. I was a little tired this morning. That's because I was up late last night. You know me. I was up till what? I don't even know what time we finished the stream yesterday. It was, I think, about midnight or something, wasn't it? So we were like having it was almost like having a slumber party without the slumber, right? But so I thought I would just try working on a dream catcher or pull cards. I don't know what. Oh really? I know I was like just ready to just drop, and I ended up quitting. My phone died on me, telling me to go to bed. So that's what even just said. I think it's time for you to go to bed. Spirits are telling you to go to bed now. So I kind of had a good chuckle about that because they probably were telling me and I wasn't paying any attention to it. I'll go to bed when I want to go to bed, like a little spoiled child, right? I don't have to worry about that. But so I did the sponge. I don't know, maybe we'll do pendulum tonight. I think that was really cool last night. Was it you, Daisy, that was here and it went in like that huge circle when I was doing the pendulum for Champagne and another person was in the room, and how fast that pendulum was swinging like a huge circle? You had to have been here. I'm sure you were here watching it, I think. Or was it you that we did it with? I was just blown away by that because I haven't seen it do a big circle like that big on, but it just stayed in one spot. Like it was drawn like a magnet to whatever energy was there, right? You can automatically tell it to stop and it stops. Like how, it's a mind boggler in itself, but it's a great feeling to know that I can actually channel with that as well. I didn't know what to expect with it, but we got some yes and no answers out of it, and it was kind of cool knowing, I think it was the best part was that we did another spirit box. I had tried another spirit box while we were sitting here, and I think it was Champagne that was telling me that she had, it came through as a cat, and she was going to receive a pet, and something else would happen, but she would receive a pet. She says, I have a cat and a dog, I think she said, and one of them was from her ex, or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'll have to go back on that and see what it was, but I actually did a pendulum reading in last night, and it was bizarre. The pendulum I think was tired too, because a lot of the questions we asked it didn't answer. Yeah, it was really, really cool. I can't remember who was in the chat, but if you go and watch it, it actually is recorded in my last video that we did last night. And it was just, it blew my mind because I've never seen it do that big of a circle. Like I've seen it do the smaller circle, like really tiny, but it was going like a circle, like the size of, I don't know, like the size of a baseball. It was, you know, it was crazy. So maybe we should do some pendulum reading. I think that would be kind of cool to see what's going on there. There are more yes or no questions. You have to be very detailed when you ask a question from the pendulum, or else it won't respond to you. I learned that the hard way. So it's my little friend. I trust it with all my heart. I trust my higher self and the energies to give me the right direction on this. So it was another avenue for me. I also have my amethyst with me all the time. It keeps me grounded. Yeah, we had a really interesting night last night with the feed last night. It was kind of interesting. We even had spirit. How do you say? He was like, there was a lot of interference on one of my spirit boxes. I think it was yesterday after I got off. There was a lot of interference on one of my spirit boxes, and it was kind of getting a little bit weird. So I tried not to focus on it too much, and I've even had that spirit box that we used in that reading yesterday actually tell me that I don't even have to ask the question, just think it, like don't speak it, don't ask the question, just ask it in your mind, and it would give me the fucking answers back. Like I just blew my mind. I was like, what the hell? This is insane, you know. But yeah, the video last night that we did, it shows you a lot of neat stuff, and I was like, my hair on my arms was standing up going, whoa, that's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna cleanse it a little bit over the incense right now, and then I'm gonna recharge it with my energy, and let's see what we come up with tonight. Because it's something that you can't explain it, but it just feels so cool, you know. It's not black magic or anything, so all the new viewers, if you're watching right now, I don't do black magic. Okay, I'll try a question. Okay, so I have to charge it first, and you will be the first person I get to ask for. Okay, how's that sound? So I'm going to, woo-wee, so am I. This is going to get good, because we did it with yesterday, which I'm pretty sure it was Champagne now that I think about it. She was just like, wow, that's crazy. Okay, so we're going to do a pendulum read, and I want to charge my pendulum. So I'm just going to say things to my pendulum that you guys get to hear. I'm asking that the higher source will give me the truth and nothing but the truth through my pendulum for the questions that I ask. May I ask that you give me yes and no questions that are very relevant to the situation the person may be in. And I ask that, you know, that you keep away the harm from us while we do this, that we protect us over and see us over and watch out for us as we, you know, send these messages through the angels and using me as a channel for the information to come through for the sake of making somebody else's life better, to maybe make them more aware of maybe some situations they may be in. And like I said, if you're new to my channel, I don't sugarcoat nothing. So if you get a really weird feeling about the way that I do my readings, I would hate to say it, but maybe you shouldn't be in that what's the word? In that frame of mind. You should really be opening your mind a bit and letting it, you know, flow for you as well. Otherwise, you're just going to block the energy for yourself, and it can have a really bad effect on you. Oh, Jessica! Ah! Hey, yeah, I am. Yes, is that the one you're going to use when you go to the cemetery? Probably. I am actually going to use the afterlife box for when I go to that cemetery, and I am so stoked, dude. I'm like, I can't wait. I just really seriously can't wait when we get to go sit down there in the cemetery. I will actually make sure that I have that taped and videotaped, and you guys could all sit down and watch it with me after, okay? Because I don't know. I'm nervous about it, but I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm just so excited that I'm going to be doing this, and I want to go down to that cemetery because it was mentioned on the radio and said, who has the balls to go down to the cemetery that is the last days of the cemetery was built for a prison, and there's a prison on the property, and they said that it's haunted. So I wouldn't mind just going and seeing. Right? I've gotten so excited. It's like Christmas morning then for me, right? So I don't know. I'm like tickled pink, but at the same part, one part's going, okay, what can I expect? Am I gonna like totally freak out, or am I just gonna like laugh it away because of my channeling that I do when I do deal with maleficent entities? They kind of get kind of like the battle doesn't get won, right? Like they sit back and they're kind of, I get the vibration from them saying, yeah, I don't think we want to fuck with her today. I think she's gonna have a bad day, so we'll steer clear of her. But yeah, no, I love it. I have fun with my energies, and I always talk to them and bless them and say, hey, like carrying on a conversation like I am now, but to the camera, but it's like talking to my spirit energies, so it's kind of common and it's easy for me to do. Um, okay, so we're gonna do pendulum readings. Okay, I gotta get grounded here. Okay. So I only hold it with one finger, so there's no possibility of ever being able to move it. I don't know which finger I want to use today. I think I might use the pinky today. Okay, so I have to support my arm because it gets tired after a while. Okay, pendulum, stop. Okay, so what was this question Daisy wanted the answer to? I should put a piece of white paper under here. Let me go grab some white paper so you guys can actually see this. 1 second. Yeah, I'll turn the light on so we can get you guys seeing this. This is going to blow your mind because it blew my mind last night when I actually did this. And I'm not scared of it. It gets me more invoked into wanting to do more and more and more. It's like it's an addicting drug dealing with spirit energy. Not really, but I'm just kidding. So I'm going to do this little thing. And if you still want to have a call in, you're more than welcome to call in. Okay, so here we go, people. We're going to do a pendulum. And we're asking the energies and spirits come in and be able to give us answers for whatever questions are being given or questions that are being asked tonight. We are having a Q and A, and you are being recorded for the sake of them, that they get to see you do the work that you do. Okay. So now I'm going to make sure that my pendulum actually is programmed properly. So I'm going to ask it to give me a yes answer. Okay, here we go. I'd like to get a yes answer, please. Can I get a no answer? Can you say a no? Can you give me an answer for no, please? I keep forgetting that I have to say my manners. Please give me a yes answer. Are you confused, pendulum? Because you seem to be going all over the place. Can you give me a yes, please? Can you give me a rephrase question, please? Do you need to be charged again, pendulum? Stop, pendulum. Can I get a yes, please? Can I get a stronger yes, please? Thank you, pendulum. Can I get a no, please? No, please. My hand's starting to shake. Can I get to rephrase the question, please? Thank you for the yes. Okay, so what question was it again, Daisy, that you wanted to know? I asked if someone was thinking of was my twin flame. Okay, Daisy's wanting to know if the gentleman that she's having her visions about and feelings about her twin flame. That's a yes. Can I get a stronger yes, please? Okay, stop, pendulum. Is there any other question you wanted? Is this twin flame worthy of having, Daisy? There you go. So is there anything else? So Jess, how about you? I want to ask the pendulum a question again like yesterday. Okay. I had to hold it up a little higher because I can't sit there and hold it like that. And the weird thing is that when you're sitting on this side holding it, the weird part is it feels like it's being pulled in directions like it's a giant magnet that's pulling it. It's bizarre. It's very bizarre to actually see that happening. I started doing this and it freaked me out at first, but I learned how to do it properly, and I learned and taught myself how to use this. There's a yes answer there again. So is everything that I'm giving as far as the readings and everything the best to my abilities, the truth and nothing but the truth? Am I accurate with my readings? Ouch. Okay. I'm going to stop him for a minute. Okay, pull it together. Are my readings truthful? To the best of my ability, will I always be able to do this for other people? Okay, well, do you want me? I'll ask it, Jess, for you. Jessica wants to know if the pregnancy, if she's going to become pregnant. She's been wondering about that. Is Jessica going to receive a pregnancy and have a baby? I don't even know how to ask that question. Is there going to be a pregnancy in Jessica's life in the near future? Is she going to have a boy? Is she going to have a girl? Is she going to have a boy? Is she going to get pregnant with a boy? Well, it looks like you're going to have a baby boy, it sounds like. I think that's really cool. Does anybody need to have a message answered tonight? It's crazy. It's bizarre. It blows my mind. Are you finished, Spirit? No? Okay. So you have more answers to give you, right? Oh, that's a major no. And I'm not moving my damn hand even a twitch. Can you do that big circle like you did yesterday, Pendulum? That's why I messed up, dude. And I'm like, my hand is like literally like not even moving, even twitching, nothing. I'm like, Thank you, Pendulum. You may rest now. That's crazy, but we had that thing going and it was going in circles last night, just like the no one that you just had. It's something else, like dealing with spirit energy and everything like that. It is like, I can't explain it. It makes me feel alive when I get to entertain and have them kind of chilling out, doing their own thing, having fun. Yeah, it's kind of like a slumber party all in one. Oh, my arm. Okay, so who the hell hurt their arm today? Like I had take that. I was feeling like in the. Okay, so we're getting messages that we're actually going to actually communicate with some spirits tonight, I believe. Usually when I get like a really bad, like it's like hurting, like I pull the muscle all the way up my arm and down the side of my chest. Um, but I had that feeling the other day, but not like this. Like it's almost like the shoulder has been dislocated. I don't even know. Can you guys actually hear me? Like I don't know how good the sound is right now because I have my microphone sitting on the other side of the table. So if you can hear me clearly, I don't know. Okay, yes. Jess said thank you, Pendulum, for giving the answers that you wanted to have answered tonight. Appreciate it. So we're gonna put you to bed now. Oh, he's really cold. That's the other thing. It's really, really, this little pendulum is really ice cold. Isn't that very bizarre? I never noticed that before, but he's very cold. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I've never actually felt him ever be cold like that. That's neat. But yeah, so that's my trusted opinion. I don't use it a lot unless it's like a yes or no question. And I've actually had it actually guide me out of a bad situation, believe it or not. It actually saved me from a situation of that I was entering into. So yeah, it's bizarre. I love it. I can't stop. I like it's like having a favorite chocolate bar that you want, and it's your favorite, and you do anything to have that one chocolate bar. That's what it's like for me. Like I enjoy this position. I totally love it. It's amazing, and it's easy to learn how to do. It's unfortunate that so many people out there don't teach anybody any of this stuff. You know, that's the part that makes me wonder. Why is nobody teaching anybody how to use a pendulum, or teach them about reading cards? Just having that ability and being monetary over it. Like I do mine. I actually give mine away. At one point there's gonna be, like I'll give you like easy ones that I will give away. The more in-depth ones are, I definitely would like to have some kind of form of payment for my services. But it blows my mind that, nobody that is a tarot card teacher or someone that is authentic, other than the lady that I met in the UK, advising, and that's all I do. I advise people where to go, how to best maneuver through that situation. The cards tell me I'm just, the messenger. But it blows my mind that there's not more people doing it that, are willing to teach someone how to do it, right? It blows my mind. I don't understand that at all. Let's go and get rich and famous and not do anything to be selfless, right? I don't know. I don't understand that. That was weird. So I don't know. I have my lights turned down just for the simple fact that maybe you get to see some shadows walking by for the sake of the video. I had one yesterday, standing just across my table by my washroom, sitting there. And right now I'm looking at my screen, and that's kind of creepy looking, the way that those are hanging right there. It kind of looks like a little demon man sitting right here, like right in this direction. I don't know. It's bizarre. Just even weird things happen like that. They manifest. But yeah. I am getting the urge to play with the cards a bit tonight. I didn't play with my cards at all today. I was exhausted. I didn't even pick them out of the box until just recently. I think I've heard noises in the background earlier, or when I was just having my feed do the OM right at the beginning. Or was it more of like a different sounding noise? Because I do get those. I actually have played back videos that I've recorded, and I've heard voices going, oh, and it blows my mind. I love my house. I love living here. I love interacting with the spirit realm. like someone was walking. It was like a girl. Yeah, that's probably usually the ones that could very well be that my spirit guides that haven't communicated like through my box and found out anything. I kind of needed to take a break from it because it was getting like really intense. But nothing to be scared of. But when you actually have that coming through, it kind of pulls you out of the reality that you live in, and it's scary. It can be scary. I've been lucky as far as that has gone, but yeah, I believe that you probably did hear a groan. I actually recorded videos. I'm going to find that picture on my phone that I can show you. The gentleman standing behind me, and you can see the residual energy outline of him. Let me see if I can find that picture while we're talking. And even in my other pictures, you can actually see evil, demonic, non-angel-like, or if they were angels, I don't know, trying to manifest to the better good, right? I don't know. It's bizarre. I get that too, and I just ignore it now. Like I have had where I've gone to sleep and I can see shadow people standing in my room, but it's almost like a protection thing. Like they were standing by my window, and it was really weird. But I do get those. I don't mind them. I really don't. But it freaks out the average bear, you know, to figure out where or how, paranormal. The way I look at it is, if I was actually a spirit in spirit form, and people came to bother me to find me or whatever in a spirit form, and continually bombarded me with, it would be just like the physical level, right? Like physical reality, that if somebody was to come along, start bumping you, or like just bugging you, just getting under your skin, if you were told to, can you move this? Can you make that cup move? Well, damn straight, I would pick the fucking cup up and smash it against the wall. If I was a spirit, I'll tell you that much. I would not settle for anything less, right? So I would be, oh, my light's flickering. All right, we're getting some energies coming through, yeah. But it's just comical. I think it's absolutely comical that, shit like that happens. But yeah, I would be like front and center on somebody asking me to do shit, and I would just sit there, and then all of a sudden, wing. Did you see that? Did you catch that? I gave you time to load up your cameras with film and everything, so I'm just gonna move it for you and just chuck it. Like, I would get mad after being told to do things on the other side. That's probably why. That's what I got from dealing with them, that they're just like us. From the other side, they can move everything. So can we, right? It's like there were times when I'd turn my box on and it would sound like I was the ghost, like I was the one that was in spirit form, and they were all laughing and having a good time. And whenever we would ask a question, on the other side, they'd be going, "Who the hell is that? What the hell? Who's talking?" And it would freak them out. I've recorded some of these and they're on my Facebook, but it was a laugh. You know what I mean? Like, it was an absolute hoot to just sit there and have them looking at you, right? It just blew my mind, and then you're going to sleep and you leave the spirit box on and they start chattering like they're having live conversations with you, and it was like, can you guys shut up already? I'm trying to sleep on this side. They're probably saying the same thing to me about being on their side trying to sleep, probably right about now. But it's all in good humor, right? I don't be mean to them, except when they want to ruin my sleep and enter my dream that I was having so nicely, and then I have to tell them to shut up, leave me alone, don't enter my dreams, don't enter my space when I'm sleeping. I should have thrown a glass cup or something. Maybe they would have got the point. You know what I mean? Like, it's comical. The strangest things happen around here. You go to look for something and it's not where you left it, but you can walk away, come back 2 seconds later, and it'll be like they uncloaked it, like they put a film over top of it so it wasn't there before, and then you come back and it's in the spot that you left it, but you didn't see it there. So it's like, okay, how do you guys do that? Like, that's a trip. Are you guys like cloaking everything that I do? Because I'm always having to go look for things, like they've moved. And I would ask my partner if he knew where it was. No, I don't know where it is. It was right there. And then I would walk away, and I would come back, and it's right in front of my nose. Like, I don't know. I question little things like that, but I think it's just all fun and games to them, right? I don't think they really seriously think anything of it. It's all just, it's almost like you've got like a high school game, football game, and you're trying to outdo your components for the worst prank you can do to the fellow teammates of whatever team they're going up against, and they would have like those school pranks, like and they would have their rival gang football league. It's kind of like that, like you can have fun with them, entertain them. If I was to probably turn on my radio, the music would probably go right sideways on me. I always have that happen. So I don't really listen to the radio or watch TV anymore. I just choose not to. It keeps me in tune with what I need to be focusing on, and that's carrying out messages. So I don't know how many times I feel like I'm going to shuffle these cards, but I think I've shuffled them probably 15 times now. So I think we'll go for 18 since the year 2018. So we'll do one more, and then we'll kind of see what we get for. I want to know what kind of spirit energies are around right now. That's what I would like to know, because I don't have my spirit box. But we even did that one box for the girl yesterday, Champagne, and she was saying something that she ended up receiving a cat from her ex-boyfriend. Or was that you? I'm not sure. But yeah, we've had experiences and a half, and I've had people come and listen to the spirit box, and they're just blown away. They're blown right out of the water, and they never come back. They don't ever come back. The spirit box on if you want somebody to leave real quick. Because in my house, they'll leave quick. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's something else. I enjoy it. I really do love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything less in the world, So, who wants to ask a question on this deck? You just heard another sound. It was like they're in a tunnel. Yeah, we've had energies show up even on our spirit box that are guardians of the gate, wherever they are, however far they are, I'm not too sure. But it sounds like they open up a big heavy metal door, and all you hear is screaming people. Like people are just at the top of their lungs screaming to get out. Like, let us out. They're totally losing it, and the door shuts. And sometimes you'll have the spirit box on, and there'll be nothing as far as hell. It'll be just the gatekeepers and whoever happens to be hanging out still. It's bizarre. I really can't wait for you guys to actually see this, because you'd be wanting to, run and hide under a blanket by the time you were done. At first, that's what I was. And I would always be telling my partner, I'm like, did you hear what they just said? There was one time that this girl came through, and they come through and hang out. Like, they don't just come and go like poof like that. They can, mind you, they can. But I have, the movie The Others with Nicole Kidman. Have I seen it? I think I have, and it's kind of similar to what that feeling is. That there's something else, but you don't realize that you're actually the spirit, or they're the spirit, you're not, or it's the opposite way. I was confused for the longest time after they started saying, why are we hearing people in our house? There was a girl that popped up with a video after that saying that she had done spirit communication, and I would always get on my box the guy with the brown shoes. And this girl, she's a tarot card reader. I can't remember her name right offhand, but she had mentioned that they were in a house and there was people sitting on the couch, and the guy had brown shoes. So I don't know how I ended up being connected with her, but I connected with her. I had a dream that I was connected with a lot of people, and wow, it was something else. Okay, so who reminds me of the movie? And The Others was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that. And sometimes you get to feeling like that when you're dealing with the spirit, that maybe they're thinking you a spirit now, and I'm still here in the flesh, as far as I know. My mind might not always be checking in, but the rest of me is definitely still here. Can I ask the same question as sure, not a problem. I can do Did you want me to do the same thing like I did yesterday for the cut for you, or do you want me to put them in random piles? It's great when you guys are interactive with me, because it makes it a lot more fun. Like I'm not just talking to a screen and knowing that there is people over there in that little computer over here that is shining on me. But you let me know how you want your cut done. Everything is your energy that you're going to put into this. This is your reading, it's your energy, so I'm only going to follow the commands of the person receiving it. That's how I do my readings, that you have access to the information. Yeah, I can't put my energy into it. I want you to be able to pick your way that you want it done. That's the way that I like to do it, because then it's more in tune to you. If you were sitting right here in front of me, I would make you cut the cards personally. That's what I do. I make sure that it's your energy getting filtered onto those cards, so that it'll give you the reading that you want to hear. Right? So third on top of second, if that makes it. Third on top. So you want the third card of second, if that makes sense. Third card on top of the pile right now? Or do you want 3 cuts and you'll take the second one cut? Oh, okay, so you want 3 on top of second. Okay, so that I'm lost there. So you want 3, and then you want to go the second and bring them all back together. So you want 3 piles, and you want me to take the second pile? Okay, no problem. I can do that. Okay, so we'll give it 3 shuffles, because you're talking about the number 3. So I'm going to try this technique, a different technique that I was hearing about that might be good to hear. And we have a wall. Come on, get in there. Okay. You don't want to shuffle today. What's going on, you guys? It's a sticky situation. Alright, anyway. Okay, so we'll kind of. Okay, so you want 1, 2, 3, and then you want me to take here, here, and then here? That's 3 cuts? Or you want me to cut the deck 3 times? Because that's once. So you want me to go further? Okay. So you want me to cut it 2 more times. Okay, so we're, tell him now. Oops. We're getting cards that are just sliding right out of my hands right now. Okay. So 1 more time. So we're gonna go bump, 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 bump. Okay. Alright, so you want to know about the gentleman, about your twin flame. You want to know some more. I'm getting, yeah, okay. You got your same card I believe I gave you 2 days ago, with the cup, telling you that the universe is supporting the situation. And that's one hell of a big pentacle, or sorry, a cup that the pentacle's going into. Basically, the universe is telling you to go ahead with it. I'm getting that they're approving of it. They're willing to support you in your decisions and what you want to do. It's a start of a new beginning, because it is the Ace of Cups. So it is a new beginning. Everything that starts from 1 always goes in a complete circle. Okay, let me see what I can come up with you. Do you like Hershey Kisses? Like those little candies that come in the tin foil? I don't know, I was just asking. Why are they falling? I'm not getting that. What the heck? Okay, wait. Does he have blonde hair? Yeah, no, I was just asking if you liked them because that was what I was getting. I don't know. Hershey Kisses. Um, something is definitely going to get delivered to you. Um, like I see a blonde-haired guy, very fair in complexion, and his hair is kind of like, it's curly. It's curly, but he parts it down the side and kind of combs it over a bit. Um, it's like a messy look. Like he likes his hair kind of, it's kind of curly, and you look like the messy look that guys usually like. Why is that? I see like a hermit. I see a girl with her back facing the cup, looking down below. But you guys are actually on the same level. You're on the same, like, imagine going to the Liberty statue in the States, and you went up to the what's that called? The level where you guys sit on the balcony and you can look out on anything. That's what I feel like. Is that you're like almost like running parallel with him, and he's basically like only like a few steps behind you at any given time, and you're still waiting. And he's kind of lost. He doesn't know where to go. He's kind of. But I do see a girl wearing a blue dress, and she's not even noticing that he's even been around her, and they're in that close of a vicinity to each other. Yeah. Is he a fireman, or is there anything to do with a fireman or like that kind of profession? I have no idea. Oh, okay. See, I don't get into the astrology part of it. Okay, so the fire is that. Because he's hiding, he's like covering himself up. Like, I'm not too sure what that means if he's scared of the water. Uh, because he doesn't want to get. Um, yeah, he's standing there and he's kind of like this. Like, he's standing in a position like this. And he's like, I don't know if I want to, like, just stay, like, I don't want to be involved with anything that he was currently involved with or is planning on leaving. I'm not sure. I do see a three-person situation, but you're not even in it. You're standing far away from it. Um, but he's almost like he's like, don't touch me like the water, like he's gonna melt or something. I don't know. He's kind of got his fists up, like he's ready to maybe get into a battle with someone, or he's fighting his inner self. Maybe he's finding it hard to expand. I think he's a little bit scared of moving, like moving forward right now. I think that's why he's being so like to himself. Um, but you guys like have your backs to him. Yeah, it's a fire sign. Okay. But you still have your backs to each other, so you guys aren't even seeing each other. Like, um, how would I say that? Like in the spiritual sense, like you guys have your backs to each other, which is actually a good sign, knowing that uh, if you put it into a context, like I speak in metaphors as well, but if you were to put it into a context of a wild dogs having sex, and I'm just going to say this because of what I'm supposed to say. Imagine wild dogs having sex. What happens is they end up being tied butt to butt, okay? And that is because it's a natural instinct for a dog to be protecting, and they can go into a U shape, right? So while they're mating in the wild, they end up locking, and he'll crawl down and they'll be stuck by the bum. And it's a way to protect. it's like you're working in unison together to protect being able to make creation, right? So you're both looking at it out for something or a sign or something, but you're both still kind of, is this the right thing, right? But the universe is supporting that you guys are that close in vicinity to each other. Yeah, I'm not getting much else other than you may receive a message from him. I'm not too sure. Because I see the bird coming down and bringing something. It's bringing you a reward type thing to put in the cup to get things going. Maybe the message to get things going might come through for you. You know, because it's like, but be careful that it doesn't suck your cup dry. Okay? Because I see it's like giant straws that are like sucking everything out of it, right? Be aware of that possibility of it sucking your energy or whatever you find that is very draining, or it really just sucks the life out of you and tries to take everything that you possibly can give. But the universe is supporting so that they have to work to get whatever they are trying to take from you. But I do see you both in this picture. You're standing on a different side, and he's hiding. He's kind of attached to the stem of the cup, and he's been in Boston, right? So he's very set in his ways. I think that's what that means. But he's very protective of himself right now. And I don't see anybody else being involved in his life. I don't see any other women. He's on his own. You know, the seasons are changing. The leaves are falling to the ground. It's in the fall. The universe is trying to hold it steady with his hand underneath, like almost like a godlike spirit energy is coming out of the woodwork to support it, like to let it be. I'm getting like, let it just be, and with the universe supporting you, you may end up just bumping into each other one day. Like, you know, you could be out shopping or something and you actually bump into him. Because he doesn't see you and you don't see him. But I feel like if you were to walk around that corner, like around, looks like a little cloud. Okay, I'll show you the card. It looks like he's standing on a cloud, and the two of you, I'll bring it closer, that the two of you are sitting, like right here, there's a female woman. I see a female woman and a man. And then I had to ask you about the Hershey Kisses, because there's like a Hershey Kiss at the bottom of that stem. But yeah, no, I'm just asking because whatever it is, just don't let it suck everything out of you. If you're doing it in reverse so that you can actually fill your cup, then go for it. But those remind me of like little mini pipelines filling the cup with water. You know what I mean? Or it could be the other way around. That it could be the straw and it's removing whatever's in your cup. So be careful of your financial part, or you know, your pentacles, or your cups, that nobody comes and steals them. You know, or tries to slowly milk you for them. You know, but you still have a chance with the Ace of Cups that it could be a stormy situation that he's coming out of, and that's why he's scared. Like it's almost like a tree root is sitting protecting him, like he's under a tree, hiding, not ready to be revealed to. Yeah, it's such an interesting card to read. When you ask questions about a card, it gives you like a different answer every time. That's crazy. Oh yeah. No, he's very stuck in his way. He's very independent. He likes to be in control, and he doesn't feel that he's in control right now. But he is smiling. I do see that he's very happy that he is no longer having to feel like he's tied to a tree, like metaphorically speaking. He doesn't want to carry that baggage around anymore, so maybe he's doing his own healing before you guys actually come together. Yeah, so there you go. That's kind of cool. I like that card. That card said a lot in so little. You know what I mean? It did say everything um, that we asked the cards to give us, and it provided an answer. It's amazing. I like that one. It's good prosper. You know, it's prosperous. That, you know, that you can come together and drink from the same cup, maybe even. You know what I mean? Like you're on the same playing field. Um, you're on the same level of playing field as far as your healing sessions. No, I just feel like it can be somebody taking water from your cup, like like they take straws and you can siphon water out. You use a straw. It's those little blue ones that look like they're either going in or it's going out. So just be wary of the going in and the going out, whether it's filling the cup that you're doing, or if somebody is taking something from you, from your cup that you've put in there, right? Does that make sense? No, nobody that I don't feel it is somebody that you know. Um, it could where very well be his situation that he's going through. Maybe he's being sucked dry of something, because I do see the male in there and the female. Um, but I don't feel that he's letting go of that whatever people are trying to take from him. He could be very well filling his cup, right? He may be on his Ace of Cup now too, and sharing one cup together type thing. Yeah. So maybe it's him filling your cup while you're standing away, but you don't realize that it's being filled by him. But maybe he's been thinking about the same thing, your twin flame. Yeah. But you guys still haven't met, have you? Or have you met him? Because he's not the same person that you met. He's different. He's more mature. He's taking responsibility for his life, like his venture and everything. Okay. That's probably why you're not seeing the face. You guys aren't looking into each other. You guys kind of are like distance, like not even realizing that he's even where he is not where you are. You know. That's what I don't know. I just pick up so much from this card. But I do see that he's standing firm in his ways, almost like tall as sturdy as an oak. You know, like that Tim. I think it's Tim McGraw saying that. I'm not sure. But standing firm in his ways that he's doing well, right? But he's just standing there. He's just like he's cold, but he's not. Like I just don't understand why he's like curling his shoulders and like it's like, oh, maybe he's like hurt himself or something. Maybe I don't know. I'm not feeling that any harm, but I do feel that, maybe the hand there is lifting you guys from, a lower level vibration to a higher vibration where you'd be able to be more suited to meet at. Maybe that's what that's about. Yeah, bizarre. To learn life lessons together, yeah. That's right. You can only, and you know what? When you're in a relationship, your best friend will end up being your partner, something that you can trust and turn to, right? To be able to give you answers. But I don't see a third party being involved. I think he's on the same level of you and it being even. You know what I mean? Like the hands are there to cusp the situation and allow it to like be something, right? So that'd be how the projection of the universe is going to guide you guys together when the time is right. You never know, right? But I don't see anything bad in that card at all. I think he's doing his journey a little bit slower because he's kind of tied to, look like he's kind of binded to a tree that he's not drawing away from it yet. That's no problem, Daisy. But that's what I feel, that he's on the same level of playing field for you guys, and you just are not at that stage yet for you guys to come together as one. He's got his back. He's trying to work his out. You're standing back, still looking for him, or waiting like a patient lady does for her man to come home. So yeah, just think positive thoughts. I'll put positive vibrations out to the universe, and always ask the universe to, kind of help it along if you have to, because it's not for ill intent. That's why when I ever ask the universe for something, I always ask it selflessly. I don't ask it, just to benefit me. I learned the hard way with that. It won't give you what you ask for. It'll give you what you need, but it will never give you what you ask for if you make too many demands, or you start taking advantage of the universal energy, right? So, do you do cards involving past family members? I like where they are going through before they pass. Yeah, I can try to do one. I haven't done one, but it would be cool to try to do one and see what we come up with. I would be totally willing to do that for you. Like I use these free readings for me to also practice maybe different, different questions people ask, right? But we can try. So is this in regards to your grandparents or family member that you want to know about? So Jessica would like to have information given to her in regards to a past relative that has passed away, and what the life for them was before they passed. If we could get first for the angels to assist in this card reading tonight, seeing as we're going into past lives, into the I can't even remember what they call it. It's like purgatory, but it's not. My cards are not shuffling today. Why am I not shuffling today? Okay. Knight of Swords. There was what else was that? Okay, so the Knight of Swords, and then we've got the Seven of Swords. I think he was having for the male. This is showing me as a male. Oh, your husband's father. There you go. I was thinking a male. I feel that he had a lot to struggle with, but he was an honorable person, that he would pick his battles and choose his battles wisely. But there are a lot of people out there that that wanted to see him achieve more. Like he didn't feel that he achieved enough while he was here. Like he wanted to be like a knight in shining armor type thing, right? He wanted to be the honorable. I'm going to be the protector. I'm going to be the one that protects and serves for my greater good. Always, ready to go at any given moment if anything was to ever happen to anyone he knew. But when he just before, well, I wouldn't say just before he passed, but that's what I just heard. He didn't really feel like he managed to get that part of it worked out while he was here. He may be doing it now that he's on the other side and having time to practice those skills. Yeah, he was a very strength-oriented person. Definitely was always thinking and on guard and on his way if somebody was like to call. He would be there in a blink of an eye. Very, very gentle man. Very nice person. Was always looking out and fighting for the greater good. 100%. He was always in the how would you say it? I can't even put that into words right now. Hang on. Oh, my hand's hurting. That he wouldn't even think twice about her, like going and saving someone, like almost like what a knight would do, right? It protects the queen. So he was very protective over people he knew. Did he have hip problems at all? Oh, he was in the army. Oh, see? But did he have hip problems later on in life? That's what I'm wondering. The reason why I'm asking is I also, when I do reads like this, I'm used to, when I do reads, I basically do off like the channeling, the feeling, and the energy that's placed on me as well. And the reason why I'm asking is my hip just popped, and I don't usually pop my hips. So that's why I'm just wondering if you had like a left hip problem, because mine just popped. And I can't explain. My hips don't normally pop like that. But yeah, no, he was the type of person that was like always there when he needed somebody to be there, 100%. Um, even when, see, like he's chasing after this person that's over here, and he's on his horse. So I don't know if there was like a thief, almost like he's picking up the swords and running away with them. Even though I know that's not the original meaning, but that's what I'm interpreting, is that um, somebody was only in it to claim a free ride with him. Um, he's laughing at him while he's coming in, and the person here, the person that he was having a falling out with, or that he thought that he could trust, it turned out to be nothing but a thief, or was not a very compassionate or understanding person. Very selfish. This person is in this energy. Is a very selfish energy, I'm feeling. Whereas in him being this mode, he's like the one that's going to save the day. He's going to be the knight in shining armor to come along and make things right. But the person that maybe he had involved in his life wasn't so honorable. The minute somebody turns their back, something will go missing, probably. He wanted a free ride on that, but never got it. He didn't get his break. So he decided to take a different route and decided just to want to take whatever he could get. Yeah, it makes me wonder who this one, like, who is the one that's causing a lot of drama, though? There's a person causing this conflicts that didn't need to be caused in the first place. Does that make sense? It seemed like they were always fighting, arguing. Somebody was in defense mode against people that shaking it, have sticks. They all have wands. He has his rod, and he's like all for one and one for all, or it's just me having to do this by myself, and I'm going to get through it. I'll try to beat the battle, and trying to stay honorable like a knight would, right? Whereas maybe the people some of them that were involved, were only in it for whatever they could receive from it in the end, which is unfortunate that there's people out there like that. Like this guy looks like he's tiptoeing away so he won't get caught. It looks like he's tiptoeing on his feet. Oh, I can't say. Hang on. That he's tiptoeing on his feet, like he's trying to sneak away, right? I get the feeling that this person's trying to sneak away with something. I don't think they will achieve it, but I'll pull a card on that to clarify. It's something to do with, a knight needs swords, right? That's what they use for protection. And these guys flipped on me. See, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. She looks kind of sad, she's looking down at the pentacle like it was like a gift to her, but she's very very to herself about it. But she's admiring the pentacle that was left, and she was grateful for what was left for her. But she does have a lot of love for the person, if he was dating or married. She's missing him a lot. It's a female. And it almost feels like it's not the pentacle that she wanted. Like she didn't want to have to take or accept anything because of the situation. And she's very lonely. Like she doesn't even want to do much but sit and stare at the memories of that pentacle that might represent, memories of them being together. There's the Empress, looking out for everybody. she may have, they may have, she may have had to have settled for all that she wanted was just memories of him. Does that help? Yeah, she just looks at the pinnacle, like the one thing that he could give her, she holds dearly to her. Yeah. So that's what I see with all that. That's an awesome read. It gives you a little bit more insight. Definitely. That's weird. You know, but she doesn't, I don't see anything, any harm coming to her. You know? I don't see anything around her or any negative energy. I do see positive energy around her and new life, new growth. She has a lot of support behind her. Like there's a lot of people's faces that I see in the area behind her. But she just doesn't know how to get through the pinnacle that he left. Like she's so humbled by it. And she's scared. She's like scared to even do anything with it. So maybe there's an item that she has of his that she's just not willing to let go of. You know, maybe the memories and everything wrapped up into one little pinnacle if it was all she wanted. You know, she wasn't in it to get anything really great from it or to be a benefit. But she loved him more than money. Like she wasn't worried about money. She didn't care about having it all. Very humble in the way that she took her pinnacle and said, I accept that. Even though I don't want to, I will accept it because it was his. And that's the only reason why. You know, when you're a queen of pentacles and you're back at one, that to me means loss. Like definitely had to take a backtrack back to the beginning again. And it's really difficult for her to be able to do that, right? You know, it's not easy when you lose someone to be able to sometimes face the day. I think that she's kind of just sticking to herself. There's people that may show up in her life and she's just not responsive like she used to be. Definitely not. She's still mourning for sure. Even though they're saying, like, there's people around saying you need to get over it. It's time to move on from that. She doesn't want to move on yet. She's not ready to. But everybody's trying to push her in a direction just to keep going and forgetting everything, right? But she's very humble. She thinks of him often. She definitely is reminded all the time with that item or items that she was left for that. Yeah, it's very difficult. It is a difficult position to be in, but she does have a lot of support around her if she just takes a look. There's a lot of people that are behind her that are willing to help. Then we have another energy. I really don't like the way this woman looks in this card. The Empress, she looks like she's really snooty tooty with her little scepter there and sitting on the Queen's bench when the Queen hasn't been overthrown. You know what I mean? Like there's somebody else that's trying to get their foot in the door and hey, I deserve some too kind of attitude. But that is another person that is demanding of maybe her time or is demanding of her energy a lot. Could be a daughter, could be a sister that has no respect for death. She just is like sitting on a high horse expecting everything to still be handed to her. Not your grandmother, it's whoever is involved. It is a relation to her. I feel that it's someone that she does know that is hounding her, almost like, browbeating her, not literally beating her, but, trying to work at her and almost like guilt trips and stuff, just to be her, right? I don't like that. That is a negative, but like I said, I don't sugarcoat it here. I'll tell you the truth and I'll tell you exactly how I see it. how you take this information afterwards is up to you. If you have more questions, we can always do a read again. But I can't keep my energy levels up when I'm looking at people that are so mean, like in just expectations of expecting things. It's not a good thing. Never expect anything, right? Oh, okay, you know who that is. Well, just be forward, but just don't be harsh when you're being forward. Just say, listen, think about what you want to say beforehand. And I'm sure that your grandmother will probably be grateful for hearing that message, and you can share that with her by all means. Yeah, it's unfortunate that people are really that greedy. Expectations that you deserve it when you really don't. That really bothers me. That kind of energy really bothers me. I don't understand why people have to be so stuck in themselves that they don't see anything else. When you don't even look at yourself. Like, I'm not looking at myself. I get to see myself on a screen or in a mirror, but I don't look at myself first. I always look outside. I see everything that's beyond my nose that matters, right? So that's why I was chosen to be in the position I am now and working hard to stay in that situation is good for me, to be able to help people and be able to give them raw truth instead of the sugar-coated Fruit Loops. I would suck all the sugar off of Fruit Loops and have them to get dry. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it is and this is what I'm getting. What you so choose to do. Like, I give you the negative and the positive, because without the negative we can't be balanced on the positive. So if anybody has a problem with the way that I do that, they come and talk to me about it, because not giving people everything they need to know to make their life better just doesn't sit well with me, right? Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with having to rob somebody of every last nickel and dime them just so that you can do a reading for them. Like, there's prices out there that I was gasping about. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You want to take my left kidney too while you're at it, or what? Because I'll take it out for you if that's if you can take that in lieu of payment. Because some of the prices up there, just forget it. I wouldn't even come near charging that kind of money, and it's not that hard to do. It really isn't that hard to do. You should be having asking for $80 to $100 for a reading. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So, adding to this, how do the reading work? I just channel information I get into, and I meditate, and I've opened up my third eye, so I get to see different things. I've been able to do it since I was a little kid. That used to freak me out. They say that a lot of I was a loner child. I didn't really fit in anywhere because I would talk to people about stuff and they thought I was absolutely way off my rocker. I went through that for 20 years, giving words of advice, telling people that this is going to end up happening, or giving them direction into a better situation. It's not really that hard if you go and start meditating, connect with your. You can call. You can. No, I haven't got my website. That's what I've been trying to get done for the last week. Trying to find the best one for what I need it for. Their prices for website and domains and stuff like that is, some of them are really outlandish. Picking the right name and the actual domain, and then building it up from there. But I have a couple places that I'm going to go and check in with tomorrow. Like, I want to see about this GoDaddy one, but that's okay. Don't worry. There's a lot that has to be done to get this fully going. I'm just at the beginning stages because I really didn't want to come in and do it, but because I didn't have enough confidence in myself. I really didn't, and I don't know why I didn't, because of the experiences that I had were like tests for me, and it all started when I did that one meditation. I saw a blue orb, like a blue orb kind of shape, show up in one of my dream catchers. I make my dream catchers with pure intent. I always make it with the creation of my ancestors, people that have done before me, and I always take my time I don't stop until I feel it's right for that energy to be placed in the dream catcher, but it's placed and built for the person that's going to end up receiving it, right? So I want it to be a sad. I just don't want them to have to think that they're going to pay an outlandish price for them either. Like, it's unreal the way people are just like gouging people, and then they wonder why they have no money to live. Well, you should have budgeted or bought something differently or whatever. So I make my prices kind of go together with, that person may not be having a great time right now. And I can usually read that field too. If somebody's trying to pull the wool over my eyes, I'll be the first one to stop it. Definitely. I won't be having that. Like it's like the lie detector bullshit meter goes fire engine red when they want to try to bullshit me, and I won't put up with it. And I don't care how hard they tell me they're not. Those are the ones that usually are going to tell you that they are. Usually they'll try to get you to distract you from the actual purpose of what they're trying to do, right? So, yeah. That's okay, DJ. I'm here, just kind of having a chill moment, throw some cards around, see what's going on with people, and just have a little fun, relaxing kind of read tonight. It's nothing really that I expected to do a major reading day today, because I have been doing it for the last few days and I've been exhausted from them, so I have to usually sometimes just back it off a little bit to be able to continue doing readings, right? But no, I'm grateful that you guys asked those questions, because without somebody at least giving you an answer that you can go maybe review or whatever, then you never get to learn anything, right? So I will take the time to I just do the intuitive part. I did a lot of meditations, opening my eyes and feeling the energies that I have and I know that I have around me. It makes a big difference. I just feel from my heart and I don't think from with my brain, right? You actually read from my sister. She said you were accurate. Who is your sister? Let me guess. Daisy the unicorn, so the other one must be champagne. Let me guess. Watch it be right. Holy. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I make it worthwhile for I'm not going to offer a service that's not real and it's not true and it's not effective to help you have a better move or better pathway to maybe have an option to go here or go to the right, go to the left, or maybe just back right off that path. I'm an advisor. I just give you the advice that the universe gives, and that you just learn how to get more in tune with the universe. And it doesn't take much. Just meditate. Do meditate. I don't eat like I used to. Like, I'm not a vegan, but I try not to eat a lot of heavy foods anymore. I try to stay more the salad side of things, healthier food, right? I used to weigh 230 pounds come 4 years ago, and I started eating healthy and everything, and it fell off. Like, my weight just went right down, right? Oh, magical gamer, yeah. Yes, I have them. You guys are all in for a draw for that dream catcher at the end of the month. I'll have a whole bunch more made. I've got major dream catchers that I got to start making, so I get to basically do that throughout my day. It's fun. It's fun, but the hands, they get kind of crampy after you do about 6 or 7 of them all in a row. But and here's those little prayer butterflies that I was telling you guys about. They're little magnets, but they take They take your wishes and dreams up to the higher levels, because they actually can fly quite high. As a matter of fact, I make them by hand. I actually make the forms myself and paint them. Or not paint them, but I wrap them in suede lacing to make them come out. And I have a blue one here, a little blue guy that I was working on, and he's got the antenna and the whole ball of wax, but he's the little blue devil, I call him. But I name everything that I have. I always give it a spiritual name. So he's the blue devil, I call him, but he's like a little mixed hybrid dragonfly, butterfly, right? But they've got fridge magnets on them. You can just tap them onto your magnets and they stick, right? They can go anywhere. But yeah, so it's just something else that I come up with these things to help people have a little bit of hope in something else that you're creating all the time, right? Everybody's creating something that they're doing, And it's always nice to have somebody there to kind of help you in times you need it, right? That's all I want to do. I want to make somebody's life easier, so they don't have to be so hard to get anything, right? To go anywhere or whatever. You know, that you have an opportunity to make a more open, how would you say, not an open-minded entry, what's the word? An open end to, maybe a solution that you were having a hard time with, right? It's always nice to have somebody else on the outside of the box that can look in to seeing where things are happening and to tune into it. It's taken me 4 years to get back to the level I was when I was a kid. I meditate a lot. I don't socialize a lot with people. Um, I just get the readings, and it's hard to actually not um, read for people, even if you're walking down the street, because you just attach the energy to you. Um, oh, I just got a sore throat. But yeah, no, you're welcome to phone. That is my business line number there. I will be probably getting new cards hopefully within the next week. I've gone in and looked at a few of them and ordered some really cool ones that I can't wait to be able to try and see how they do it. But I don't stick with the in crowd. I've always done my things on my own. I just have no desire to worry about arcanas and everything else. I just intuitively read, right? The arcanas don't mean shit to me. They don't. How the combination goes with the cards, I don't know how I even figured that out. I think it was because I opened Pandora's box and did a lot of meditation and used to get my peyote, as I call it, and that assisted with my awakening my spirit to back to the way that I used to be, right? Those are separate from the dream catchers. Oh, never mind, you just answered it. Lol. What? Yeah, no, these are the ones that I made. Just little things to like help spirituality more on an even keel, right? It's where I feel my outlet goes. I am very creative. I've always been a person that creates just random things, and I spend a lot of time doing them and making them perfect until they're absolutely perfect. I don't stop until they're, 95% guaranteed the person's gonna like it. I'm always critical of my work. So I always have to resort to my partner to say, well, does this look good? How does this look? And then he's like, it looks fine. Oh, the pink butterfly, yeah, she's a cutie. I like that one. She's even got her little antennas. And she's got a little coral shell on her. But she's nice. I haven't put the pink, I'm going to put like hot pink one feathers in yet, because these little short white ones aren't doing any good for it. I don't think they look good. So I might just put a couple little pink ones in there, just so it stands out more. Right. I have red, blue, green, burgundy, yellow. I can make any color butterflies. So I was gonna actually make a set of them for summertime, for people to have, like for with magnets or paper clips on the bottom, or laundry clips on the bottom. But it's what I enjoy doing. To lighten the load for someone else and make it a little bit more bearable of getting through everything, right? And I enjoy it. It gives me gratification to be able to know that I can help somebody else get through their path, that they may be stuck in a rut. There's no I in teamwork. Like, you have to work as a team and offer the service and make sure that it's worthy. Make sure that you're in the right position to actually have good things happen. I just don't like the ones that are the ones that seem to be too caught up in themselves. I just have a hard time being around, because I don't come from an ego mind. I come from a heart bending mind. I think both sides logic. Crazy things happen, and I don't mind them. I've gotten very used to them. But you try to tell that to a doctor that you're fine, and they kind of look at you and go, well, what do you want to talk about today? And you start talking about all the weird stuff that goes on, and they think that you're crazy again. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm perfectly sound mind. I love my job. I do my job, and that's all there is. I enjoy it. I prefer to have somebody have the utmost beneficial situations to be able to get through them, right? And not have to struggle on your own. Because struggling on your own, it doesn't help, because you just feel like you're not getting anywhere. But if you have somebody to lend you a hand or some advice that can better help you, then why not do it? That's the way I look at life. Everything that matters. You matter, I matter. I just never think about myself first. I'm always thinking about the other person, regardless of their sex, race, breed, their poverty level, their middle class or high class. There's no labels that you can put in front of me that I'm gonna just be like you because you're rich, or I'm gonna like you just because you're pretty or whatever. It doesn't matter. Those are not the parts that you look at people. That's just the outside shell that you don't get to ever. You get to see all the time. You just don't get to see what's under the wrapper, right? And a lot of people go through life living like that, feeling alone, feeling like they have nowhere to turn, and things are just like at the utmost worst position that the person could possibly have. I don't look at it as that, right? So the pink butterfly, they're only like $7. They're not very much. They do come with like a little prayer note. I haven't finished writing that out yet, but it's more or less like a prayer wish. You can use it as a prayer wish, and you just hold it in your hand, make your wishes, and you say you blow. It's like blowing a kiss. Like I blew my partner's Uncle Kenny, then I talked to this lady in the UK, and she said he's blowing me one back. Right? He's blowing one back at me. I'm like, whoa, that was weird. It was very strange for me to have to have that happen, right? But yeah, no, he was. I don't ever stop. I just keep going. Like I've got so much to give, and I just want to go, 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 go. But if you're interested in the pink butterfly, Daisy, if you want, you can send the payment to PayPal, paypal.me. I didn't put it in the description, I don't think, but if you're interested, it's $8 plus tax. It's 13% tax, because we charge 6.5 and 7, so it's like 13% or something like that. So it's like, I believe, $8.45 or something like that. I know it's not very much, but it's like $8. Whereabouts are you? Like, are you in America? Are you in the North? And what about the dream catchers? Basically, the one on the end that's a total custom make, that one is actually $65 to $75 because there's so much detail for her. Plus, the supplies are different than just your traditional one. Traditional ones actually are cheaper. I don't do very many of them. I make mine this way. The one that's in the middle, the black and yellow one, this one here, it would probably be closer to like 45. This one would be like down in probably anywhere from 18 to, depending, up to like $25. I do even have smaller ones, that I'm going to be working on that are even smaller than that one. I do have huge ones, little ones, but yeah, it doesn't take me long to make them. If it's not too detailed, like if you're not making like a major request to have like a, like a major, like full animal type one, then it's usually, they don't usually run anymore, depending on the size though. 7-inch and below will never be more than like 55, depending on, the supplies you use, or how detailed you want it to be. I use detail to begin with, so there usually isn't a problem with that, showing the detail in these ones. Right, so I don't know if you can see that really close. But see the detail, I put a lot of beads and everything in it. It's very detailed, like custom name and everything. So that, and because it was a unicorn one, it's a little bit more, just for the sake of having to actually bend rebar tie wire for it and make it. There isn't anything I don't challenge myself for. Like this one, it also has a butterfly below. It'll get feathers, but this is the other. And I put a lot of like beads in them and everything. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a lot of beads in that sparkle in there. They're really nice. I enjoy making them. My creativity never stops. But this one will be probably closer to like $18, $20. It's not very big. It's quite small. If you wanted to add an additional hanging hoop or anything onto one of these, it would be like $5 more for the hoop. So it's, it's reasonable. It depends on what your budgets are like too. I always make sure that I ask what your budget's like, so I know what I can work with and what I can't. And I've made most of my dream catchers I do make are very detailed. I don't really extra charge anything unless there's like a whole color change, or the person doesn't want to have the color after it's already been put together, then I charge $5 for the change of color. You know, just basic. But yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, I make them all. I couldn't. I just enjoy it all the time. It's what I do on my spare time. Besides getting everything set up for the actual website. And I think it's going to be kind of cool because I'm going to see if I can't do a live stream one. That's what I'm looking into, to see if I can't get a domain where I can actually stream my own videos without having to put them on YouTube. That I can just do the live links on my website, which by now these days they probably have to have something like that for sure. So yeah, and this one here is the one I'm just starting it, but this is the medicine wheel one. I have pictures that I can show you. But this is a what is it? This is an 9-inch hoop. Where's it? 7.5, I think. But this will be a medicine wheel. It's got the fire, the wind, the earth, and water on here. And there's different meanings for different colors. If you ever want to have a medicine wheel made for you, there are different colors that you can have instead of having your basic traditional colors. You can choose the colors. There's medicine wheel. If you Google medicine wheel charts, it'll tell you the different meanings for each color. There's a whole ball of wax when you order your colors, so you can make it so it's like a healing one for you, and just have any color you want, and whatever it represents for you, so you can kind of understand the color scheme and everything. But yeah, I use these, and I even had having them up in my own home. So, but I end up having people that are so interested in them, I end up selling them, so they never get to stay long. But yeah, so yeah, I might go into teaching people how to make traditional ones. I'm not ready to let people make these ones. This has kind of been my life and my creation, and there's people out there that just have no respect for the actual true meaning behind dream catchers. They just want to take them and throw them and make their million on calling it a baby mobile. When I started this back in 2013, I can guarantee you the women probably didn't even have anything accessible at 2013. They classify them as baby mobiles. They're not, so I don't mind, but it's like, just let the honor be where the honor is, right? We worked hard to get to where we are, and just to have somebody duplicating our work, it's not benefiting any of us, But I keep mine respectful. I do a lot of hard work with mine, so I don't seem to worry too much about it. But it's just, just be honorable when you're making your dream catchers, right? Just be honorable with the situation, or wherever you saw the idea, say thanks and say, hey, I really like your design. Do you mind if I copy it? And then it's no problem. I'm not too concerned. But when you're going and doing it and calling it something else than what it is, it's like calling a fish black, or a salmon fish black. It's a black person. It's right there. It's obvious. It's unfortunate that people just have to go relentlessly about things, instead of working together. But you never get what you want. Sometimes you always get what you need, though, and that's what I'm grateful for every day. I still am able to get up every morning and have a good day, even if I am tired as hell, and still manage to put a smile on my face, get up and say, hey, I'm grateful for another day. Right? One more day you gave me, God. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now we get some more work done. And that's it. I do this, and I never even get tired a lot of times. I could sit and do readings for hours and hours and hours. But the last few, what I did do were a lot, right? Yeah, I agree. Rather buy art from hand than machine. Yeah, it makes a big difference. It's more personal to you, right? That's what I like about it. Is a personal situation that is going to help you better your situation or your mood. Maybe help you out with smudging it and putting some medicine thoughts into it when I weave it. That'll protect the person that's receiving on the other end. Yeah, it's great. I really enjoy it, and to be able to be living my birth name. My last name was Kichais, which means honorable one, right? I'm going to keep the honor among my family, 100%. And being on that journey to go back to that traditions and everything, I'm tickled pink. and get to be able to do it and not have any fear. That's the biggest thing was me, was like actually believing as demons as they walk. And they're not nearly as gruesome as you think, because we have them walking among us at any given time, right? And you wouldn't even recognize them because they don't really look much different. So that's why I'm very selective of who I would let around me, because of my meditation. And I usually end up having a dream about a person and run into them the next day, or even have a thought. It's like, look, the universe works in the funniest ways, right? I'm truly blessed to have come across you. Really, thank you for doing this. Hey, you guys, don't worry about it. That's what I'm here to do. I don't expect anything in return, but just to hang out and have, some opportunities to maybe push you guys in the right direction, or let you warn you about maybe some different direction not to take. That might screw up the Lord's Prayer, or take you down a different timeline. They talk about timeline jumping and everything. Taking you down a more easier, more relaxed, enjoyable, compassionate, the whole ball of wax. You'll get it with me. And honesty. That's all I have to do. That's all I had to learn to do. And I'm willing to do it. I would later on maybe would love to teach somebody how to do cards. It's very difficult to explain when you don't have enough knowledge to understand the concepts of the universe, and how easily it is to make the universe work for you. And it doesn't expect anything back either, right? But I use my YouTube channel more or less. It's more or less for my promoting myself and trying to get my my abilities better, finer tune them, because I still got a lot of time off from when I started doing them. 3 years ago I was into them and actually was using playing cards as that. But if you end up forgetting, and it's like jumping back on the bicycle and riding some more, right? So I don't complain too much. I only complain about the complaining people out there that sit there and they don't do anything, they can't do nothing, or you can do anything you want. You're a limitless being, and you just have to realize to let yourself out of that constriction, because that's all that's stopping you is yourself. Like, get out of yourself, get out from in front of yourself so that yourself can actually move. Is the hardest thing I think I had to learn even myself. It was really difficult to have to look at that and be criticized by people on a good note, but also on the bad note, and giving me the raw truth. I wouldn't want it from anybody else, right? Except somebody that I would trust, and I would give my shirt off the back for a person that's like that. Very selective on reading people, reading the signs before they even open their mouth. That's the hardest part, because you want to give everybody benefit of the doubt, and before they even open their mouth, you already can feel what they're going to be like, and it's like the antennas come out, dee 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 dee. It's like a big alarm. Watch out for this one. He's evil. Blah blah blah. And that's what the energy will push the vibration, saying no. You will start learning to hear the actual no's from the universe. No, even when I'm sitting here thinking, I can have a spirit box say, no, we're not talking to you. We don't want to talk right now, or they're not available. So it's like, when you phone me, I'm telling this because I'm going to say this because of the energies. When you phone me and you're in a spirit world, don't worry, I'll get to you when I get to you, and please leave a message after the beep and we'll talk later, type thing. And we always joke around. I joke around, and I keep the vibration up in my house. And that's, I think, why I don't see so many shadow people walking around here. Like, they're welcome here, but I don't even think of them anymore. Like, I see one, it's like, oh yeah, okay, hey, and they're gone, just poof. It blows my mind that I used to think that ghosts and everything were scary, or paranormal activity. It's just because they can't transition out of their place that they've been stuck, and it's very difficult to. Even sometimes you do. This girl, the lady that's in the UK, has her own paranormal show, and they go to like haunted places and help release the energy out, and that's what it is. It's residual energy that is still able to manifest, and it's not meant to hurt anybody. But if they're not willing to be understanding, and you have to be compassionate with them, because if you were a spirit and you got thrown into a spirit dimension, you would be lost. You know what I mean? Like, you just think about all the things that possibly could happen, like purgatory. I don't even know if this is purgatory for some reason sometimes. You just don't know what is to be expected, right? And what are you supposed to do? Just stand at the sidelines and let life just pass you by, or get back into the game and start riding. you know. And that's the way I look at it. And it took me a long time to get to that position, to be able to want to be able to be a healer, or do the shaman work. And there's even shamans out there that you know are so rude, so ignorant. They aren't there. They just think of, oh well, I know everything now, and this is how it's going to be. And it's like, that's not how you work. From being on that level, you teach people how to like be more happy in their lives. You teach people how to be more accessible to their own universe, and realize that you're creating everything that you're doing. You're walking down every path that you're doing, and you can't stop. You might get run over by the rush of people that might come running through. You never know. You could be walking down the street, and all of a sudden a marathon runner comes running by, and then 70 other ones come running by. They're going to pile you right down if you're not ready. you know. I always speak in metaphors. It's the easiest way sometimes to get the point across, and that's what you got to do, right? I wish I could help. There's a man dressed in black that appears in my room once in a while. You just tell him that, if you're not up to it, you got to be very vocal with him, because they'll keep coming back. Uh, all you basically do is you create a wall between you. First of all, you kind of seal them just with your thoughts that this is not going to be a problem. If they're showing up in dressed in black, those are shadow people. I used to get them. You just ignore them. They're just how to explain a shadow person? Like, they don't even really care that you're there. They're more worried about being discovered than actually being, something to happen to them or exercise. Um, I've never had a problem with having shadows or spirits in my house. Um, I even, had them walk through my door, and I could feel them walking in and out when I was standing by the door one day. And we brought this wardrobe home, and it had a lot of bad energy. Like, we didn't cleanse it before it came in. You can cleanse your house if you want. Take like an incense stick, light it from the outside, ask all your relatives and everything to walk with you to your house. Will you bless it? Do a mantra saying that this is my home, this is my sanctuary, this is where I want to live, this is where I want to have peace. So if you want to be peaceful while you're here, you're welcome to be here. If you do not want to be peaceful, then I'll have to ask a higher source, and you can call it the higher source if it's very bothersome. I don't usually, because they don't really want to hurt you. They just want to be noticed and understood. And that's what my gift is to talk about what goes on in the spirit world and how people are needing to know more. Um, see, if you don't give them energy to feed on, and don't show the fear, because fear is actually fake evidence appearing real, and it's more or less, it's a residual from when they were there, and you just send it on its way. Sometimes they actually will manifest back into the actual physical form for a brief second, and you'll get like the weirdest things happening. But just sit back and just let it go. Like, don't even attach yourself to it. Like, if there was one that shows up in my house, it's like I'll catch it and then be like, ah, and then they stop, and they'll literally stop and be like, oh, and that's what you hear. You actually can give them a look and say, what are you doing here? And they just, I'm sorry, I didn't know, right? And that's what they do. They don't have any rules or regulations on their side, and they just do what they want. They can run amok, and they can cause all kinds of chaos in a house, and you know that they're causing the chaos, but it's like from a different dimension, that it doesn't filter over to yours unless you've opened something out. Then it can filter over. The only time I've ever seen that happen was people that play with Ouija boards, for one. I've seen people play with those things, and those things, they're no good. That's how a lot of dark energy gets created, and you're actually speaking with demons and people that are mob. Like you said yesterday, how do you know if a spirit is real? You will know. If it rubs you the wrong way and it's very violent, yeah, generally it is. If it's one that is very bothersome to you, they can be maleficent, they can be mischievous. But if you don't give them an inch, they won't take that mile. So just keep them in check and say, hey, this is my home. You're welcome to be a resident here with me, but you leave me stay out of my space, I'll stay out of yours. Or if you want, you need to ask permission to come into my space, like just as if I ask them if I can come into their space for meditation. And I usually end up meeting on a neutral ground. I usually end up doing a lot of my spirit channeling. I connect with my spirit guides before I start this. Oh, I get tired. But before I actually start doing the channeling, I always just, even say a prayer. I get on my hands and knees sometimes where I just bow my head for a minute and just say, please God, look after me while I channel all this information, that nothing will come to harm to anybody that is either receiving this information or they're not receiving the information. They will look out for you. Yes, it is. It's getting to that time. I gotta have my dinner. I haven't even had dinner yet, and it's like almost what? It's like 10:30, right? Like crazy. I haven't even had dinner yet. But yeah. But you guys, you matter to me, so I thought I'd just check in so that at least you get your everyday dose of me. And maybe you guys can have a better, easier day. And just apply it. Give it a shot. And you got nothing to lose by not trying, right? If you fail, get up off there, pull yourself back up and say, hey, shit happens. We're not perfect. Shit happens. We fall down, we get back up, right? So, yeah. So always keep checking until you're on. Oh, thanks. I usually try to I really want to start trying to get them done early, but my schedule is so wonky that I'm lucky if I get like peace and quiet before midnight. But I have lots to do. I managed to keep moving and doing it, right? So, yeah, so that's my day in a nutshell. Very simple, very basic, but it seems like a million and one things got done. And nothing got done. Not what I really wanted to get done today, didn't get done, but I finished the dream catchers that I wanted to finish. So that's what I'm basically doing, is doing dream catchers and trying to get a website and a feed done so I don't have to rely on YouTube so much, so I can branch away from that, because it's not the reading that they do, there's not my forte by doing all the astrological signs. Go see an astrological person that studies astrology, and do it that way. But I don't do the astrology. Shamans we're not star people, I guess, as you would say. We kind of deal with the darker energies. When I was experiencing death in a box and all that stuff that I went through, it was enough to say, hey, if I die tomorrow, I'd be happy that I died tomorrow. But I know that I won't, so I don't think about it. I just go with the flow, and it's a lot more fun. It's like going down on White River rafting down in the States, in Montana. White River rafting. That boat can tip over any minute, but you're ready for it. You're aware that it's going to happen. If it does, it's always in the back of your mind. But at least you have the knowledge and the experience to know what the information is, right? Whereas a lot of the tarot readers I find, they don't give you that. They don't give you the resources or the information to allow you to help yourself working things out and teach you how to do it, right? That's the way I look at it. It took me a lifetime. I'm, in my 40s, and I still don't know everything. Even though Nike's lettering rebrand I did on that was now I know everything, and that stands for the NIKE, right? But Pontiac World Nigger thinks it's a Cadillac. There was one that I even made for Starbucks, and it was funny as hell. There's a video on it. Just go and look, rebranding or something. But I want to talk to you guys about, always check if you guys ever end up posting anything. I'm still going to raise this up with Yahoo, with Google, because this gentleman had left a really nasty spam message. I'm going to actually do a video on him telling me that I'm not supposed to reveal who he is, that Hillary Clinton's not supposed to know anything, and it was just a random person putting something on my channel, and it was a spam message. So telling me not to reveal who he is, and he wants all the secretaries and all this demonic stuff, like just told dark energy type person. And I didn't. I didn't erase it, so I have it saved on one of my videos. But he's trying to say that I'm rebranding, and I'm not rebranding anything. I'm rebranding myself, if anything. Right? So there you go. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a good night. I'm actually gotta get going. I should go and eat and get my day finished completely. But it's been a blast. It's always nice to just kick back and just have something just to do some things with, or be offering some help in some way or another. You may take this information and with you, and you might have an aha moment in 20 minutes or a year. You never know. I have an aha moment like probably every hour. That's why I can never stay focused on one thing. But I do it. I manage every day to get through another day, and that's what I'm grateful for. That I made another day, and I helped somebody that possibly needed a message that would help. Right? I will. Okay, you guys, just take it easy. Wipe the chalkboard away with your eraser at night. Go to sleep, and you'll find that you won't have many bad dreams, because a lot of it is your energy that you picked up through the day that's messing with your subconscious. So always just take that little chalkboard eraser and just wipe the day away, and then try to just empty your mind before you go to sleep. That's what I used to do when I was having like a lot of bad nightmares and experiences in my sleep. Was I'd wipe the chalkboard away and close my eyes, say a little, I don't want to have any hard dreams, and build it in your subconscious so you won't. It's an amazing thing. So, and you're most welcome. You guys are awesome. I love you guys, and I'm grateful that you guys are part of my channel. And don't forget about Friday's draw. That is tomorrow, is it not? Tomorrow's Friday's draw. Is it right? Right? Today's Thursday. So 3:33 tomorrow afternoon, I'm drawing for one of these little guys. Remember, don't forget. And I think there's like 14 of you guys. I think there's like 14 people. I have to go back to the videos and see who is in the chats when. I know that I have you, Daisy, Alyssa, a few other people that have been messaging or commenting, on the videos at the time. So yeah. And if you want one in a different color, then you're more than welcome to have a custom made one for that. Only this time around, because we are kind of late at getting this going. But yeah, I have no problem doing it. So we'll see what happens for you guys tomorrow. Who's going to be the lucky winner? Let's wait and see. So now you guys got something to look forward to tomorrow. Yeehaw! Let's ride them. But yeah, so you guys have a fabulous night. I'm going to head out and call it a night. And it was fun hanging out, even just to have a shit. I can't even say I almost said shit instead. A sit down, powwow style, and just enjoy. Alright, so I'm off. I wish you guys sweet dreams, and don't let those bed bugs bite. Because if you got bed bugs, bite them back, okay? Because they deserve to be bit too. You see a bed bug, bite him. See how he likes it. Alright, you guys take care. We'll talk soon. Have a good one. Peace out.